The mental secret of leaders who intimidate without saying a word is not found in their ability to speak loudly, but in the strength of their minds, the confidence in their silence, and the certainty they project in every action. Imagine this. You walk into a room and without uttering a single word, everyone falls silent. People are drawn to you, they look at you for direction, and they respect you, all because of your presence. This is the power of mental leadership. A silent leader doesn't need to shout or make grand speeches to inspire respect. They command it through their mental resilience, self-confidence, and the aura they radiate. In this video, we're going to uncover the key traits that create this powerful presence, and how you can develop them to become a leader who intimidates, not through force, but through sheer mental strength. To begin, let's talk about the foundation of all great leadership, self-control. You've likely encountered people who can't keep their emotions in check. They lash out when frustrated, react impulsively when challenged, and create chaos around them. Now imagine the opposite. A leader who, when faced with a challenge, remains calm. Their reactions are measured, thoughtful, and they never let external circumstances dictate their state of mind. This is the first characteristic that intimidates others: control over oneself. Self-control is essential because it allows you to stay centered, no matter how chaotic the world around you gets. This type of leader does not seek validation or approval. They don't need to show how tough they are because their actions alone reflect their strength. The moment you stop reacting to every external trigger, you begin to exude an aura of composure that makes others take a step back. People instinctively respect someone who has control over their own emotions. It shows that they are in command of their environment and not ruled by it. Now let's explore how this self-control manifests in the way a leader communicates. A silent leader isn't someone who is always quiet, but someone who understands the power of saying less. When you learn to speak less and listen more, you tap into one of the most powerful tools of influence. Words are easy to say, but a person who speaks only when necessary and delivers every word with purpose becomes someone who commands attention. The leader who uses silence strategically can control the room, turning the attention away from unnecessary chatter and focusing it on what truly matters. It's not about being the loudest, but about being the one whose words, when spoken, carry weight. Another powerful trait that contributes to the leader's intimidating presence is unwavering confidence. This confidence doesn't come from being arrogant or overbearing. It's not the kind of confidence that brags or boasts. Instead, it's the confidence that comes from knowing your value, your abilities, and your purpose. Leaders who intimidate without speaking do so because they understand who they are and what they stand for. This deep self-assurance radiates in everything they do. You can't fake this kind of confidence. It's built over time, through continuous growth and the overcoming of personal challenges. And it's this type of confidence that makes people not only respect you, but also feel a certain awe when they are in your presence. True confidence can never be faked. It is not built through superficial success or accolades. It comes from within. It's about trusting yourself, even when the odds are against you. When a leader speaks with absolute clarity and purpose, their words have an effect. People start to pay attention, not because of the volume of their speech, but because of the power of their presence. Confidence that comes from deep self-awareness is the most intimidating force you can possess. It radiates outward, affecting everyone who encounters it. But confidence alone isn't enough. There's another key factor that makes the silent leader so effective: the ability to read the room. A great leader knows how to adjust their energy to the situation at hand. If the room is tense, they remain calm, allowing their demeanor to neutralize the anxiety. If the situation calls for action, they step up without hesitation, taking charge without a second thought. This skill requires a deep understanding of human behavior and the ability to adapt to whatever is happening around you. Being a silent leader means you don't just dominate through your actions, but through your presence in the moment. You make others feel understood and at ease without saying a word. Your mere presence brings a sense of certainty, which others naturally gravitate toward. This emotional intelligence allows you to navigate any situation without causing a scene or overcomplicating things. Instead, you provide clarity, and that is what makes you a leader others are instinctively drawn to. One of the most important aspects of leadership is the ability to inspire others, not through force or persuasion, but through example. When you live with integrity, when you act in alignment with your values, and when you consistently exhibit mental strength, others begin to follow your lead. You don't need to ask for followers. They come naturally because your behavior creates a sense of trust and respect. The people around you start to model their actions after yours. They want to be as calm, as confident, and as composed as you are. You set the standard for excellence, and they rise to meet it. The ability to lead without speaking is a form of silent influence. It's a power that doesn't require force, but rather a quiet assertion of self. People may not always know exactly why they respect you, but they will feel it. They will sense the calm authority you carry. Your leadership will be defined not by your actions, but by your ability to consistently remain grounded. No matter the circumstances, in time, this calmness will become contagious. Those around you will begin to adopt the same calm confidence. And this brings us to the final, most crucial element of becoming a silent leader: clarity of purpose. A leader without a clear vision is like a ship without a rudder. They may go somewhere, but they won't go far. Leaders who intimidate without speaking have a deep understanding of their goals, their values, and their mission. They don't waver in their purpose. They walk through life with an unwavering sense of direction. This clarity doesn't just influence their own actions, it draws others in. People want to follow someone who knows where they're going, someone who isn't uncertain or distracted by external opinions. When you have clarity of purpose, you become a force to be reckoned with. People respect and are drawn to certainty. When you speak with purpose and act with intention, you begin to lead with an authority that doesn't require volume or flashy gestures. Your actions speak volumes, and your ability to stay focused on your goals gives others the confidence to follow your lead. At the end of the day, becoming a leader who intimidates without saying a word requires a combination of traits: self-control, confidence, emotional intelligence, and clarity of purpose. But it also requires consistent action. You can learn all the principles of silent leadership, but they only become real when you put them into practice. So, start today. Cultivate your inner strength, develop your mental resilience, and begin acting with purpose. The world will notice. You'll no longer need to raise your voice to be heard. Your actions and presence will do all the talking. The transformation happens when you decide to become the person who doesn't need to say a word to command respect. By embodying these traits, you can lead others through your silent power. You will be the person everyone looks up to, not because you demand it, but because you have become someone worth following. The silent leader doesn't need to speak. Their actions and their presence say it all.